Hey guys, it's Cam from Craft and Tailored, and in this week's episode of What is on My Wrist, we are talking about a Patek Philippe, or Patek Philippe, or Patek, or potato, whatever you want to call it. So we're talking about a Patek 5036 in white gold. Now, I know this watch is a little bit different from our normal vintage kind of stuff, and some of you might say, Cam, aren't you just like a vintage snob and don't you only like Paul Newman Daytonas and da-da-da? No, if you watch the series, you'll know that I like all watches. I am a diehard watch nerd. I like modern stuff. I like vintage stuff. I like hot horology stuff. I like tourbillons. I like tourbillons. I like whatever. I like watches in general. But I have refined taste, one would say. Let's talk about this 5036. Let's talk about why it's on my wrist. Let's talk about why I think it is special. And let's dive into this reference. Since its debut, the Patek annual calendar has become one of the most popular models within the Patek lineup. And what's interesting about the 5036 is you normally see the 5036 in yellow gold. Unless you're a watch guy, unless you're, for example, a Patek guy, you might not even know that this is white gold. You might think that it's steel, and I think that's cool. Especially, when somebody, picks up a white gold piece and they're like, oh, it's pretty heavy. White gold watches have a weight to them, and they wear differently, and they make, I think, you feel ultimately differently. So the dial of the Patek 5036 features a really balanced design while displaying a wide array of features and complications. The moon phase is located at the 6 o'clock position, and the date is directly under it, and I kind of like that feeling. I like the incorporation of the date at the 6 o'clock. I think it kind of is nice. I think it's balanced. Moon phase and date at 6 o'clock position, and then you actually have a power reserve at the 12 o'clock position. The interesting thing about this is it's an automatic watch. So why do you need a power reserve in an automatic watch? I don't know, but it looks cool and I like it, and it's a power reserve. So the fact that this watch is that there's Roman numerals, I think is really, really unique. And also the fact that it's loomed, I think is really, really cool as well. The watch is worn, but it's in really, really nice condition. The clasp is still really, really tight. It's a white gold watch, so gold watches typically show wear because gold is soft. Gold is a lot softer than steel. But the bracelet is pretty tight, if I can get it to sit still. You look at even like the way that the pins work on the removable links. Instead of having one link that goes all the way through the links and kind of screws into the other side, there's actually two links. The way that the clasp works, the way that the bracelet fixes to the case, the exhibition case back. I think there's just details in this watch that I really, really dig and kind of geek out over. This specific piece is kind of cool from the perspective that it comes with the original envelope. This, I believe, was the original bubble wrap or vacuum sealed package. The weird thing about Patek is they ship their watches in like these hyperbaric, like vacuum sealed baggies, and then they ship like the box and all that kind of stuff separately, right? So this actually retains the original vacuum sealed pack, which is kind of cool. The original leather wallet, the brochures, the warranties, the instructions, the original paperwork here. So the original certificate of origin, the original sales receipt, and it also comes with, let me see if I can get this out, an extra link, the serialized and numbered hang tag, and also the,
Okay, I found this
yes, Siri.
the number, hang tag, and also the check it out.
Siri wanted to be a part of this. I don't know why, but it comes with the original stylus as well, which is actually important. The thing that I don't like about this watch is the fact that if you need to set any of the complications, you can't do that with the crown. The crown is used for winding and setting the time. This little radical stylus, you can see that, is used to set the complications on the side of the watch. So for example, here at the 5 o'clock position, they have like this little like divot on the watch, and that is used to quickly set the date. So if you press that in, it jumps the date. Here at the 2 o'clock position, this sets the month, obviously. Here, this sets the day, and here, this sets our moon phase, which takes forever to set. But once the watch is set and running, it's a perpetual calendar, so it is automatic. I also think that's why there is a power reserve on this, because if you put this watch down and it stops, it is a pain in the butt to reset everything. So that's the thing that I don't like about this watch, and I think that's why Patek put the power reserve here at the 12 o'clock position on the dial. So it's like, hey idiot, wind or wear this watch, because if you don't, then you're gonna have to bust out your awesome cool stylus, and you're gonna have to poke things and whatever. The other thing that I'm seeing is I'm seeing good value in these watches. And you might think to yourself, okay, you know, 27 to 30,000 is not really inexpensive. Totally understand that. This is a Patek, it's in white gold, it's a perpetual moon phase calendar with a power reserve and a back massager stylus thing, okay? All things considered, there's a lot of value in this watch from a complications perspective. I'm also seeing the market respond really, really good to mid 2000s, early 2000s era Pateks with complication. You can still get into these watches for relatively inexpensive compared to some of the other watches that have just as many, if not less complications. And so I think these watches are kind of moving up market. So keep your eyes on these because I think these are watches that are moving up in value. So this watch is currently available for sale on our website. The asking price is $27,000. And like I said, I think these watches are moving up in value, specifically the white gold variants, because we don't see a lot of the 5036 in 1G. 1G meaning white gold, we see them in the 18 karat yellow gold. So I'll provide a link below so that you can read up a little bit more about the 5036 and take a look at some additional photos. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate all of the likes, the comments, and the new subscribers. You guys seem to be liking this stuff, and we like doing it for you. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, be sure to check us out on Instagram, and if you go to craftandtailored.com, there is a section there where you can become a Craft and Tailored Insider. Make sure that you sign up for that, because that is how we notify you of all the latest and greatest finds, discount codes for our straps and our accessories, and new and exciting content from Craft and Tailored. So see you guys later in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.